everyone, welcome back to Measure and Mix. I know it's been a couple weeks since I put out a new video, but today I have some new high-end Dollar Tree home decor DIYs for you guys. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that bell. All right, let's get into the DIYs today. I quickly want to mention that I am still using everything that I have in my craft stash already. I did not go out and purchase anything new for these DIYs today, so I encourage you guys to do the same and stay home and stay healthy. Now, I had a ton of these canvases from Dollar Tree, so I just went ahead and took one 8x10 and one 5x7, and I'm removing the canvas from the frames, and I'm just using a little pry bar to pull up the staples, and I will be left with two of the wooden frames. Now I'm going to use some of these large jumbo size popsicle sticks that I got from Home Depot a while back, and I'm just going to use my scissors to cut off the ends so that way they are straight and not rounded. I used 10 of these sticks to cover one side of the large frame. And then what I did was I just took some hot glue and hot glued these sticks down to the back of the frame. For extra support, I did go ahead and take my staple gun and just put a few staples in the popsicle sticks in the frame just to hold everything and reinforce it. Then for some feet for this little tray that I'm making, I'm using these wooden beads that I got off of Amazon, just hot gluing them to the bottom of this tray. And then for the smaller tray, I did the same thing with the popsicle sticks on the back. I just didn't put feet on this one. Now what I'm going to do is take one of these glass candle holders from Dollar Tree. This is from a project a long time ago, so it's painted gray. Normally they're clear. So I just put some hot glue on what is the top of the candlestick, and I'm going to put that on top of the wooden tray that I made. And just for some more support, I decided to flip the tray over and on the bottom add a couple more popsicle sticks with some hot glue. And then I am just taking the other frame and placing that on top of the other part of the candlestick. Again, I used hot glue for this. E6000 would probably be a better bet and it would last a lot longer. Then I just took some chalk paint. This is a chiffon colored chalk paint by Rust-Oleum, and I painted this whole thing with 2 coats of paint, the tops and the bottoms as well, and let that dry. And I think this turned out really cute for a farmhouse 2-tier tray. I just don't know what to do if you go. For the second DIY, I'm going to use the canvases that I always take off of the frames. I am just going to go ahead and take this one and cut the edges off that are folded, so that way I'm left with just a straight piece. And then I just took a paint stir stick and placed that on the canvas and lined it up. And then I just took my box cutter and just cut strips of the canvas off. So I did this to 4 pieces of canvas. I needed 20 strips in total. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my strips. Now one side is pure white and then the other side is more of the canvas cloth material, so you can use whatever side you'd like. I wanted my canvas cloth material facing up for this tobacco basket that I'm going to be making. So I just went ahead and started layering my pieces to weave them in and out just like a basket. And then for the sides, I took 2 pieces of the canvas and I just put some hot glue down and hot glued both of those pieces together so that both sides of that one piece would be the canvas material. So one side wouldn't be white and then the other side would be canvas. Both sides would be canvas material, if that makes sense, because you'll be able to see the outside and the inside for these edges. Now to put the edges on, I'm just gonna start at the corner of my basket weave, and I am just going to place the double-sided canvas underneath the first 3 pieces of basket weave, and then just hot glue those pieces of basket weave to the edge, and then come around and curve it and do that to the other side, and then just glue the double-sided canvas piece to the other double-sided canvas piece and go all the way around the basket until it makes an edge. When you're gluing your basket weave to the edges, you want to make sure that you're keeping your basket straight, so you'll probably need to pull it tight a little bit and just adjust the basket weave so that way your basket doesn't look wonky after you're finished, but it's really easy to do and simple to keep the shape of it.
Give me one more chance, I swear I'll try my best to always be there, and I want you.
With the last 2 pieces of canvas that I cut, I just made an X pattern on the middle of the basket and used some hot glue to secure that down. Then I decided to decorate my basket with just some greenery that I had. These pieces are from Target and the rose is from Dollar Tree. I just hot glued it down to the bottom of the basket. I also added a little hanger with some twine at the top of the basket on the back that I didn't show, so that way I could hang it.
I know that I haven't been who I was. I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause I let you down. I hope there's some.
For this next DIY, I'm going to use one of these Easter signs I had left over from Dollar Tree. You could use any leftover sign you have from Dollar Tree or a spare piece of wood. I just removed the bunny feet and the bow and the hanger and flipped the sign upside down. Now I'm going to use these 1-gallon paint sticks from Home Depot that I had. And I'm just going to go and use my saw to cut off the indented part so that way I just have a straight piece. You could use a hacksaw or just a handsaw if you don't have a regular saw. Now that I have all 10 of these paint sticks cut, which is what comes in a pack for $1, I am just going to paint them all with 1 coat of that cream colored chalk paint. I just did kind of a light coat of that cream colored paint so that way it looked kind of like a wash. Now I'm going to take 3 of these chalkboards from Dollar Tree. You could use chalkboard paint or chalkboard contact paper. I just had these lying around, so I'm going to line them up across the board. They fit perfectly with the width and the length, and I'm just going to use some hot glue to attach them all to the board. Now I'm going to take the painted paint sticks and lay them out across the chalkboards all around to kind of frame it out and just kind of get a feel of how many I need, which I actually used all 10 of these. So what I did was I just hot glued 2 full-size ones on each end of the top of the chalkboards and on the bottom of the chalkboards, and I left the middle open so I would have those 2 pieces as cut pieces. So I just measured those 2 pieces and marked them, and then I just cut them with a hacksaw. Once they were cut, I just placed them in the middle pieces, and then I just used some hot glue to secure them down. And then I took the last 4 pieces and I measured on the 2 ends and the 2 middle pieces between the chalkboards, and I cut those to size, again, just using the hacksaw. They're pretty easy to cut with it. All I did was just attach those 4 pieces again with some hot glue to secure them down. Then I bought these decorative hooks for $1 a piece at the Target Bullseye Playground a while back before everything happened, and I decided to use them on this project. They didn't come with screws, and I didn't have small enough screws to use for this project, so I just went ahead and hot glued my decorative hooks down to the middle of each little panel. I would definitely use E6000. Hot glue will not hold for long. And then to cover up the nail or screw holes. I used just little silver thumbtacks and just pushed them in and added a little bit of hot glue if I needed to. This is something that is just pretty much decorative. It's not something that's going to hold heavy things or anything like that. You can just put some nice decorative things on it and it will look pretty. The last thing that I did was I just used these stencils that I had lying around to stencil 1, 2, 3 on to the chalkboard. You could write whatever you would like on it. I just used the stencils honestly because I don't like my handwriting. And then I just filled it in with regular chalk, but then I came back with a chalk marker to make it a little bit darker so that it would stand out a little bit more. And then I used 2 sawtooth hangers on the back of this so that way I could hang it up. And that was it. I think this turned out really pretty.
Well, you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. I just don't.
This next DIY, I'm going to use some of this natural raffia. It comes in a pack of 3 from Dollar Tree. I just unraveled all of it and tried to smooth it out as best as I could. And I grabbed 3 pieces out of it. And then I took those 3 pieces and tied them off at the top just with a simple knot. Once the knot was tied at the top, I took that and I taped it down to just a stir stick. You could tape it down to a table, but my tape would not stick to the table. So I just weighted down my stir stick and this worked. And then I just did a simple braid all the way down to the end. Once I got to the end, I just tied another knot at the top. I ended up making 8 braided pieces of raffia, and what I'm going to do is take this round small mirror from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to hot glue the braided raffia all around the mirror frame. It's really easy to do. I just covered that whole frame with the braided raffia. And like I said, it took me 8 pieces, but it could take you a little bit less or a little bit more depending on how long your braids are, because the raffia will vary. I tried to use longer pieces of raffia so my braids would be longer, so I would have to use less pieces, but it just all depends. But I think this turned out really cute and a really pretty piece of decor.
Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know.
The last DIY, super simple. I wouldn't even call it a DIY. I just picked up these 2 ceramic houses from Dollar Tree a while back and I want to paint them black. So that's what I did. I just spray painted them with some black spray paint and I'm going to use them as some vases. So I just took some of these leaves from some greenery from Dollar Tree and I just folded up the ends and popped them right in the top of each one of these houses, and I think this turned out really cute for some farmhouse decor.
I know that I haven't.
Alright guys, that's it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed these DIYs and it gave you some inspiration. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.